So, I mean, you told me we were talking. You looked at my other channel,
Yes.
Professor Choice's Corner, and
Yes,
then
sir.
you did some digging and found
Yes.
Blue on Blue, and you reached out to me and said, "You know what? I'd like to be interviewed," which was totally cool with me because I wanted that. I want people like yours, young people, their perspective. And then when we met, you told me, "Hey, I've got some other things that I want to talk about too." So we're going to talk about that.
Perfect.
But I'm going to go with the first one. The first question: can you share any specific interactions with police that have shaped your views, both positive and negative?
Yeah.
Have you had
Yes,
experience?
sir. Back in my high school days where I wasn't, the best attitude kid, I remember I got a speeding ticket,
Yeah.
and to be honest, I knew that I was going fast. What happened was I was super late to work, and so I was kind of speeding in a very residential zone, and then a cop saw me, had his radar on, and pulled me over.
Okay.
And to be honest, me being immature, I was like, man, this cop just ruined my life. It ruined my day. But then, as I reflect on it, it's like, you know what? This cop was just doing his job. Even though the cop was like, hey, why were you going so fast? Are you a medical emergency? I'm like, no. It's just that immature me. It's like, no. And it's like, well, of course I got a speeding ticket because I was going 10 over, way over 10 over. Like I was going, to be honest, 88 in the 50 because I was super late to work. And
Yeah.
I was speeding just to get to work. In jurisdiction, I could have gone to jail that day. But since I told in honesty that I was late for work, he gave me some grace. So that now that I reflect, like this cop was actually being nice to me. Because of course, when he was like, first when he first stopped me and pulled up to my window, he's like, "Why are you speeding?" It's almost like he had a cold interaction. And then now that I reflect on it, it's like, he was just doing his job.
Yeah.
He was trying to prevent me from speeding even more or not realizing that I could possibly hit someone with that speed. So honestly, I think it was more of a positive experience. Now that I'm maturing more, it was like more of a positive experience. He was just doing his job.
That's good. And I mean, ultimately, you want to be a law enforcement officer when you graduate from college.
Yes, sir.
You're a junior, Dallas Baptist University. Your experiences have been pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what attracts you to the possibility you want to be? What is it? I have Texas Park and Wildlife. You want to be a game warden. What attracts you to that?
It's like nature. It's just something about like this nature based on my beliefs of Christianity. My beliefs that we're called to protect the earth as believers.
Yeah.
But it's just something that I want to do. I think that's what my belief is called. My religious backing is to protect what God created for us.
Okay.
And I just like to sit around in nature. I have a deep connection with nature. It just allows me just to take a moment, and be like, wow, this was created for us to enjoy, and also that we're called to protect it. And that's what kind of led me to this.
Okay.
But of course, I watched the show Lone Star Law. And it's like when I was like 13, it's like, you know what, this is what I want to do.
Wow. So since you were 13,
yes,
you knew that's what you wanted to do.
Mm.
And so what do you picture yourself doing then? I mean, you're going to be out there. You're going to be like the troopers out there by yourself a lot.
Yeah, which is scary. So it's like, I got to make sure I use a little bit of caution. Like if I see, like two guys with two hunting rifles, like I can't go by myself because, I'm outnumbered.
Yeah.
But I got to be aware that I might have to with two guys. And I got to be more aware like this, it's already a stressful situation. Them seeing me, like, hey guys, can I see your hunting license? That already creates a lot of tension. So I got to be very wise on like how I speak to them.
And I'm sure that the academy will prepare you for a lot of eventualities, especially that academy. That academy is pretty demanding. I met a couple of the recruiters when I was on the recruiting circuit, and I thought, I never really thought about fish and wildlife in that way, the game wardens in that way. But they've got a pretty interesting job.
Yes, sir, they do.
Yeah. How important do you think community engagement is for police officers? And what does that look like in your practice?
I think it's very important because I think when people see police officers, like, oh, this guy's just wearing like a uniform. He has so much power. He has so much power that he can possibly abuse it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I see. Like, I think a lot of cops, they kind of abuse their power for their own gain. Because I remember one time I went to the Stars game.
Yeah.
This cop was about to turn. She saw me. She could have stopped, but just immediately just went. So it's like sometimes I feel like cops, they're like, oh, I'm a police officer. I can kind of the law. It's okay if I get away with this.
Yeah.
But of course, I'm not gonna be that police officer like strict rules.
Yeah.
Because no police officer is perfect. But I think community engagement is really important. It shows the other side, like, hey, I'm also human too. You know what I mean? I'm not some like higher up because I'm wearing a uniform and I can lay down the law. But I think it's more of like down to earth. I think it's important for people to know that we're human too. We're not some like being person who knows how to make your life.
I think you're so right on that because people need to see the human aspect of being a police officer. That we breathe, we have issues just like they do. And when I say issue, I may have gotten up after an argument and then gone to work, and then I have to make sure that I leave that when I go to work because I'm dealing with people who are involved in arguments. So yeah, I think you make an important point there. Now, what is it? As you were heading here to meet with me, what is it that you would like to tell the audience about your perspectives about policing? What was on your mind? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, because I remember I watched this clip from a show called The Rookie.
Yes.
And there was the beginning scenes like there's two cops. There's either the warrior or the guardian. And to me, the media starts the warrior. I mean, I can lay down the law, and I can go guns blazing. But me, I'm more of a guardian. Like I need to protect the most vulnerable. I need to teach the most vulnerable. Like I'm more like the guardian teacher side of law enforcement.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I'd rather take my time with you than like, okay, I'm writing a ticket. I gotta go to the next traffic stop. I like to take my time. Like, hey, I'm pulling you over. Hey, I'm teaching you this. That way, if I can teach you, I don't have to pull you over again, or we won't have another encounter like this again. I think that's the issue in my police officers. They just rush it. Like they rush it. It's like instead of like, hey, I'm pulling you over because you did this. It's like you did this. Right ticket. Goodbye.
Yeah. Do you think they're rushing because they're trying to get to the next?
Yes.
Oh wow.
It's a idea. I feel like it's just like they're just like rushing it. I feel like I'd rather teach you and take my time with you.
Okay. From your perspective, how can law enforcement improve their relationship with communities they served in?
Yeah. I think, of course, empathy. I think empathy is a big part of my culture and what I believe. It's like, because I told the scenario to my older brother. It was like, you're not out here at 3 a.m. because you wanted to be. Like oh, I want to be out here at 3 a.m. Doing something I'm not supposed to do. There's a reason you're doing this. It's more like that psychological. Yeah. I think that's what police need to understand, like the mental side. They're not here because I want to do it because I can. But I think they're doing it for a reason.
Okay.
Like they're trying to escape something. And I feel like that's where that empathy comes in. It's like you need you need to be in their shoes for a minute. Like of course, you can look at the car, maybe not the best condition, but it's like more like understanding where they are in life instead of saying what they did right in that moment.
Yeah. Your parents, how do they feel about you wanting to be a game life or a game warden?
Of course.
Fish and wildlife, game warden. How do they feel about that?
Of course, in the beginning, my parents were like, this is not enough money. This is a dangerous job. The hours might not be enough because you can, like any position, you can do full-time or part-time. But of course, I want to go to full-time. Just this work. But of course, my parents were like, I don't know about this. This doesn't look, attainable. But
what did they want you to be at first, or what did they want you to pursue?
I don't know. They wanted to be in sales, like my father. My father does medical sales. And
oh wow!
They kind of wanted me to follow. My mom wanted me to. Basically, they wanted me to chase the money. Basically, which job has the highest paid job after college? But they didn't really understand my passions yet until I actually introduced them to the Lone Star Law Show about Texas Game Warden. Like, oh, okay, now I know why you want to do it. So it's kind of more like they didn't understand the full picture yet. They saw the title, it's like, law enforcement officer.
Yeah, people tend to get scared when they see that. I know, and especially if you're thinking about your child who is growing up to be an adult, who is an adult. I get it, but they tend to think, do I really want to see them in that profession? But you said something that was important, that you're striving to be in an honored profession, and really that's going to be fulfilling for you. And I think that they're going to be happy with that as well. Yeah. Do you think that the perceptions of police vary significantly between different communities? And by that, do you think different groups and different communities look at the police different? You grew up in Corinth.
Yes.
Which is in Denton. So what was that like for you? It was an easy going? Did you see a lot of police? Was it stressful? What was it?
Yeah, so basically Corinth is a very small town. Yeah. So they kind of have citizens on patrol. They kind of have they deploy the citizens on patrol. Yes. And it's very easygoing, very slow, nothing like crazy. But of course, when you go up north of Denton, it's very busy, a lot of calls. And I think Denton's they're like the police in Denton. They're trying to do their job, but in Corinth, they don't like Corinth police.
Really?
People in Corinth do not like Corinth police.
Why is that?
Because I think they're smaller, so they can pull over people more.
Yeah.
They can get you for speeding. They can get you. They're a little more tougher on like drug possession.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think a lot of people don't like Corinth because they're more tougher than like Denon.
Is it a big department or small?
Small, very small. Like the police department and the fire department's together in that one little location.
Okay.
So it's very small. And then also Corinth is so small. We have another police station down the road called Hickory Creek, Texas.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So basically, it's like too many police stations in one. Like, it's weird. It's weird. There's like 3 different police stations, but it's in one. It's in Corinth, which is weird because sometimes I'll see Hickory Creek police patrolling, and sometimes I'll see Corinth patrolling, and then sometimes I'll see Denon police.
And you look at them all differently.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anything else before we close that you'd like to tell? I'm looking forward to you graduating and then get into your career. I think you're going to be passionate about that. Do you hunt? Do you fish? Any of that?
Not yet, but I'm going to start fishing this summer.
Okay.
I'm going to start. I'm going to volunteer at a state park just to understand like the total the park side of Texas Parks and Wildlife.
Yeah.
Because I know at Texas Game Warden I will work with also parks people if like there's crimes committed at like a state park.
Yeah.
Let's understand that I feel a little bit better. But yeah, like I'm going to start entering the outdoors. My calling to be outdoors is coming back. So
absolutely. Well, that's good. Well, James, thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. I couldn't wait to meet with you, especially a young person who's striving to come into the law enforcement world. I think that's a good thing. So thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Professor.
All right.